Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you to our witnesses. I appreciate y'all being here. I want to give a special thank you to Representative Langevin, for your testimony today, for being here and for sharing your personal experiences with travel to help improve legislation to ensure that the experience is improved for all passengers. It's no secret that we fly a lot. Even before the pandemic, flying in this country had a number of challenges. And you often hear people that isolate certain parts of the travel experience. Maybe it's something bad that happened with TSA, maybe it was their luggage, maybe it was a bad experience parking or something along those lines. I think what's most important is that we look at this entire experience cumulatively. I think you have to think about the packing that the families have to do, the getting to the airport, the parking at the lots, the shuttle to the airport, the checking in, potentially paying for baggage, going through security, paying $10 for water and $12 for a granola bar at the airport. If you're late, maybe you get to pay a change of ticket fee. You have to line up, in many cases, like cattle calls, getting in, sitting in seats that in some cases cause challenges. Look, this whole experience has to be looked at cumulatively. Then you land at the other airport and you go through it all over again. We can't look at just one single piece of it. We've got to look at the cumulative experience and ensure that every party, whether again, it's the parking lot vendors, it's the shuttles, it's the airport security, the airports, or other components of the experience, are all working together in a complementary manner and help to decompress that experience, especially for those with additional challenges. At the end of the day, you've paid hundreds of dollars or maybe even thousands by the time you add in the tax dollars going to the airports and other entities involved and for the privilege of this experience that in many cases, as we all know, has negative consequences. Keep in mind, that's the baseline experience for most passengers. Now imagine if you're disabled or differently abled passenger. Individuals with disabilities already face unique challenges in everyday life, and it's especially true during air travel. It's no wonder many disabled passengers choose not to travel by air and in turn miss out on important family functions or work opportunities. We're here to discuss those overwhelming challenges, everything from the check-in kiosk and baggage claim at the destination. Just last month was the 36th anniversary of the passage of the Air Carrier Access Act, an important piece of legislation that prohibits the discrimination of persons with disabilities during air travel. While great advancement has been made in addressing barriers to access for those in the disability community, as we're going to learn today, many barriers still exist. In August of this year, there were 195 disability-related complaints reported during air travel, 195. Furthermore, there were over 1,000 reports of mishandled wheelchairs or scooters. As air travel continues to grow and be a necessary mode of transportation, it's important that we address these issues. The 2018 FAA Reauthorization Act included a bipartisan subtitle addressing issues related to aviation consumers with disabilities. As the chairman noted, we covered a number of improvements, including the GAO report that was issued last year recommending some additional actions. This included establishment of the Air Carrier Access Act Advisory Committee tasked with investigating different aspects of travel experience and providing recommendations to address air travel needs. It required a review of practices for ticketing, pre-flight assignments, and stowing of assisted devices to ensure that individuals with disabilities receive necessary accommodations. Furthermore, it called for a disabled passenger bill of rights, among other provisions. It's important to understand what has been accomplished and what work remains to be done as we look forward to the future and decide how we can improve. Collaboration from the aviation industry and relevant stakeholders, as I noted at the beginning, it's absolutely key to this comprehensive experience that air travelers go through whenever they're getting on planes or going to the airports or leaving airports. And I think it's key to our shared goal of addressing issues that passengers with disabilities face. We should continue to work together on provisions in the 2018 FAA reauthorization and ensure that passengers with disabilities have a dignified experience. Again, thank you, Mr. Chairman, for holding this hearing. Yield back.